my wife said calmly. My ex is part of my life. That's not changing. I didn't argue. Noted. I stopped checking in, stopped rearranging my days. Later that night, she noticed something missing that had always been there, and that's when everything stopped. I'm 35, married for 6 years, and I just learned that some people will keep one foot in their past while expecting you to build their future. My wife reconnected with her ex about 4 months ago. They dated in college, broke up when he moved across the country for work, stayed loosely in touch over the years. Nothing that bothered me initially. Then he moved back to our city for a new job. She mentioned grabbing coffee with him to catch up. I said sure, didn't think twice about it. That one coffee turned into regular lunches, then dinners, then weekend hangouts. Always with the same explanation. We're just friends. He's going through a tough time with the move. I'm helping him adjust. I trusted her. Still do, actually. I don't think anything physical happened, but emotional boundaries started blurring in ways that made me uncomfortable. Last Tuesday, she came home from another dinner with him around 9 p.m. I was watching TV, had already eaten. She sat down next to me, didn't apologize for missing our dinner plans we'd made that morning. We need to talk. Okay? You've been distant lately, cold. I can feel it. I've been giving you space to spend time with your friend. He has a name. I know his name. I'm choosing not to use it. That's petty. That's self-preservation. She crossed her arms. I don't like this version of you. You're being passive-aggressive. I'm being clear. You're spending more time with your ex than with me. That bothers me. I've mentioned it before. Nothing changed. Because nothing needs to change. We're friends. That's it. I can have male friends. You can. But when those male friends are exes you see 3 times a week while I see you maybe once, that's not friendship. That's a relationship. You're being ridiculous. There's nothing romantic between us. Then why does he get more of your time than I do? Why do his needs come before our plans? Why am I always the one adjusting? Because you're secure. He needs support right now. I thought you'd understand that. I understand it. I don't agree with it. There's a difference. She stood up. I'm not having this conversation again. My ex is part of my life. That's not changing. You need to accept that. I looked at her for a long moment. She wasn't asking. She was telling, making a unilateral decision about our marriage and expecting me to fall in line. Noted. What does that mean? It means I heard you. You've made your priority clear. I'm adjusting my expectations accordingly. Don't be like that. Like what? Honest? You just told me your ex matters more than my comfort. I'm acknowledging that reality. I didn't say he matters more. You didn't have to. Your actions have been saying it for months. You just confirmed it verbally. She grabbed her phone and keys. I'm going for a drive. I can't deal with this right now. Say hi to him for me. She left without responding. I sat on the couch for another hour, then went to bed around 11. She came home around midnight, slept on the couch without saying goodnight. Update 1 Wednesday morning. I woke up at 6, like always. Got ready for work quietly. She was still asleep on the couch when I left. I used to text her throughout the day. Good morning messages, lunch check-ins, evening updates about when I'd be home. Just little connection points that kept us close. I didn't text her Wednesday, didn't check in, didn't ask about her day. Just went about my work, handled my responsibilities, existed without orbiting around her. She noticed. Around noon, she texted, "You didn't say good morning." I didn't respond immediately. Had a meeting at 1, dealt with some emails after. Saw her text around 3, but didn't reply. At 5, another text. "Are you okay?" Me at 6. "I'm fine." Her. "You're being weird." Me. "I'm being consistent with your stated priorities." Her. "What's that supposed to mean?" Me. "You said your ex is part of your life and that's not changing. I'm adjusting my behavior to reflect that reality." Her. "By ignoring me?" Me. "By not making you my priority when I'm clearly not yours." Her. This is childish. Me. This is proportional. She called me. I let it ring, called again. I declined it. She texted, "We need to talk when you get home." I got home at 7. She was in the kitchen making dinner. For 1. Her plate was already on the table. "You didn't make enough for 2? You didn't tell me when you'd be home? I didn't know if you'd eaten. I've been coming home at 7 for 6 years. You know my schedule. Your schedule has been unpredictable lately. My schedule hasn't changed at all. Your attention has." She sat down with her plate. "Are you going to eat?" "I'll make something later." "Stop being difficult." "I'm not being difficult. I'm being independent. That's what you wanted, right? Me accepting that your ex is part of your life? I wanted you to be mature about it, not punish me. I'm not punishing you. I'm just not centering my life around you anymore. You're busy. I'm adjusting. By ignoring me? By not checking in? I checked in today. You asked if I was okay. I said I was fine. That's checking in. That's not what I mean, and you know it. Then what do you mean? Spell it out, because I'm confused about what you actually want from me. She put down her fork. I want you to support me having friends. I do support that. I don't support you prioritizing an ex over your husband. Those are different things. He's not just an ex. He's someone important to me. Cool, I used to be someone important to you too. Past tense, apparently. That's not fair. Isn't it? When's the last time we had dinner together? A real conversation? Quality time that wasn't interrupted by your phone buzzing with texts from him? She didn't answer. That's what I thought. I'm going to take a shower. I left her sitting at the table, took a long shower. When I came out, she was on the couch scrolling through her phone, probably texting him about what a jerk I was being. Update 2 Thursday, I woke up early again. She was in bed this time. I got ready quietly, left without waking her, didn't leave a note, didn't text. Around 10, she called. I was in a meeting, didn't answer. She called again at 11. I was free but didn't pick up. She texted, "Why aren't you answering?" Me, at 1 p.m. I was busy. What's up? Her, "We need to talk about what's happening." Me, "What's happening is you have your priorities and I have mine. We're coexisting." Her, "We're married. We're supposed to be partners." Me, "Partners communicate. Partners compromise. Partners prioritize each other. We haven't been doing any of that." Her, "I've been communicating. You're the one shutting down." Me, "I communicated for months that I was uncomfortable with how much time you spend with him. You dismissed it every time, so I stopped communicating that discomfort and started adjusting my behavior instead." Her, "By pulling away from me?" Me, "By giving you the space you clearly wanted. You're welcome." Her, "I don't want space. I want my husband back." Me, "Then act like you want a husband, not a roommate who's supposed to be okay with coming second." She didn't respond for hours. I went about my day, had dinner with a coworker who'd asked earlier in the week, told my wife via text at 6. Having dinner with a friend, home late. She replied immediately, "Who?" Me, "A friend." Her, "I'd like to know who." Me, "Someone from work. We're discussing a project." Her, "Is it a woman?" Me, "Does it matter?" Her, "Yes." Me, "Interesting. Suddenly who I spend time with matters. That's new." Her, "Don't do this." Me, "Do what? Have dinner with a friend? Like you've been doing 3 times a week for months?" Her, "That's different." Me, "How?" Her, "Because I've been transparent about it." Me, "So am I. Having dinner with a coworker, that's transparent." Her, "You're doing this to hurt me." Me, "I'm doing this to live my life without centering it around someone who doesn't center theirs around me." I turned off my phone, had a nice dinner, talked about work, life, normal things, got home around 10. She was waiting up. "Who were you with?" "I told you. A coworker." "Man or woman?" "Why does it matter?" "It matters." "It was a woman. We've worked together for 3 years. Nothing romantic, just dinner between colleagues." "You've never mentioned her before." You've never asked about my work friends. You've been too busy with yours. I don't like this. Now you know how I've felt for 4 months. That's not the same thing, isn't it? You having regular dinners with an ex you used to love? Me having dinner with a colleague? What's the difference? The difference is, I've been honest with you. So have I. You asked where I was, I told you. You asked who I was with, I told you. That's honesty. You're trying to make me jealous. I'm trying to make you understand how I've felt. If you're jealous, that's interesting. Because I've been telling you I felt that way for months, and you told me I was being insecure. She started crying. I don't like who you're becoming. I don't like who you've been for the past 4 months. Guess we're both disappointed. Update 3. Friday, she tried a different approach. Left me a note on the kitchen counter before she left for work. I'm sorry, I miss us. Can we please talk tonight? I didn't respond to the note. Went about my day. She texted around noon. Did you see my note? Me. I did. Her. And? Me. And what? Her. Can we talk tonight? Me. I have plans. Her. What plans? Me. Going to the gym after work, then probably grabbing dinner out, home around 9. Her. You're avoiding me. Me. I'm living my life, like you've been doing. Her. Please. I need to see you. Me. I'll be home by 9. Her. That's not what I mean. Me. I know what you mean, but my time isn't available at your convenience anymore. You'll have to work around my schedule. I did go to the gym. Worked out longer than usual. Felt good to focus on myself for a change. Grabbed food after, ate slowly, didn't rush home. Got back around 9:15. She was on the couch, had been crying. You said 9. I said around 9. It's 9:15. That's around 9. You used to always be home when you said you would. Used to. A lot of things are different now. I hate this. Join the club. I've been a member for months. Can we please just talk? Really talk? Sure. Talk. I'm sorry. For making you feel second. For not seeing how my friendship with him was affecting you. I was selfish. I see that now. Okay. Is that all you're going to say? What do you want me to say? You're sorry. I heard that. It doesn't change anything. Why not? Because sorry without change is just words. You're sorry because I pulled back and you don't like how it feels. Not because you actually understand what you did wrong. That's not true. I do understand. Then explain it to me. What did you do wrong? She struggled to answer. I spent too much time with him. And I didn't prioritize you. And I dismissed your feelings. Getting warmer, but still missing the core issue. What's the core issue? You chose him over me, over and over, for months. Every time I expressed discomfort, you made it about my insecurity instead of your choices. You gaslit me into thinking I was the problem. Then when I finally stopped fighting it and adjusted my behavior to match your priorities, you suddenly care about my attention. I didn't gaslight you. You told me I was being insecure, told me I was being controlling, told me I needed to be more secure, all while spending 3 nights a week with an ex and canceling plans with me. That's gaslighting. I never canceled plans. You canceled dinner Tuesday. We made plans that morning. You went out with him instead. Didn't even call to tell me. Just came home and acted like it was normal. I forgot about dinner. Exactly. You forgot about me because he was more important. That's the problem. She was crying again. What do I have to do to fix this? I don't know if you can. What does that mean? It means I spent 4 months trying to fix this, trying to communicate, trying to set boundaries. You didn't listen. Now you want me to tell you how to fix it? I'm tired. I'm done doing the emotional labor. So what? We're just over? I didn't say that. I said I don't know if you can fix it. That's different. You broke something. I'm not sure how to repair it. And I'm not sure I want to expend the energy figuring it out. Do you still love me? I love the person I married. I don't know who you are anymore. Update 4. The weekend was tense. We coexisted in the same house but barely spoke. She tried to initiate conversations. I kept them brief. She asked what I wanted for breakfast Saturday. I told her I'd handle my own food. She asked if I wanted to watch a movie. I said I had other plans. Sunday evening, she finally snapped. This is ridiculous. You're punishing me. I'm protecting myself. From what? From continuing to invest in someone who doesn't invest back. I'm trying to invest now. Now. After I pulled back. After you realized you might actually lose me. That's not investment. That's panic. What do you want me to do? I want you to want our marriage more than you want your ex's friendship. But I can't tell you to want that. You have to choose it. I choose you. Words. Show me. How? I don't know. That's your job to figure out. I've been showing you for 6 years how to prioritize a partner. You've been showing me for 4 months how to deprioritize one. Learn from your own example. Monday morning, she tried something different. Got up early, made breakfast for both of us. I walked into the kitchen and saw 2 plates on the table. I made breakfast. I see that. Will you eat with me? I appreciate the gesture, but I'm not hungry. Please, just sit with me. Why? Because I'm trying. You're trying to get back what you had. You're not trying to understand what you lost. What's the difference? The difference is you want things to go back to normal. I don't. Normal wasn't working for me. I was unhappy for months and you didn't notice or didn't care. Now that I'm adjusting to that unhappiness by disengaging, you want the old dynamic back. I don't. What do you want? I want a wife who chooses me first, who doesn't need me to pull away to realize I matter, who sees my value before I have to demonstrate my absence. I see your value. You see my absence. There's a difference. Update 5. Tuesday, she cut contact with her ex. Told me that evening that she'd explained to him they needed space, that their friendship was hurting her marriage, that she needed to prioritize me. I told him we can't hang out anymore. Okay. That's it? Just okay? What do you want? A medal? You did what you should have done months ago when I first asked. I thought you'd be happy. I'm not happy or unhappy. I'm neutral. You removed a symptom. The disease is still there. What disease? You don't prioritize us. The ex was just the most obvious example. But even without him, I don't trust that you'll choose me first. How do I prove that? Time, consistency, actually following through, not just when I'm pulling away, but as a default. I can do that. We'll see. Over the next few weeks, she tried, made dinners, initiated conversations, planned date nights, all things she used to do before he came back into the picture. But something was different now. I wasn't eager or grateful. I was cautious, observant, waiting to see if this was real change or temporary performance. She noticed my guardedness. You're still distant. I'm observing. Observing what? Whether this is who you are or who you're pretending to be to get me back. That's not fair. You lost the benefit of the doubt. That's fair. Final update. It's been 3 months since the conversation where she told me her ex was part of her life. She hasn't seen him since. Has texted him a few times, brief check-ins that she shows me proactively, making an effort at transparency. We're in couples counseling now. Started about a month ago. The therapist asked me in our second session why I pulled away instead of fighting harder. Because I'd been fighting for months. Alone. I was tired. Pulling away wasn't giving up. It was stopping the losing battle and conserving energy. The therapist asked my wife why she didn't see it earlier. She didn't have a good answer. Said she was caught up in helping a friend. Said she didn't realize how much it was affecting me. Said she thought I was secure enough to handle it. The therapist pointed out that security doesn't mean tolerating neglect. That asking your partner to accept less isn't the same as asking them to be secure. We're making progress. Slowly. She's learning to prioritize differently. I'm learning to trust again. Neither is easy. She asked me last week if I forgave her. I told her I was working on it. She asked if I still loved her. I told her I was figuring that out. You don't know if you love me? I know I loved who you were. I'm getting to know who you are now. I'll let you know when I decide if I love this version. That's harsh. That's honest. You wanted honesty. You're getting it. The thing that's missing, the thing she noticed that night after I said noted, it was my presence, my attention, my automatic inclusion of her in my daily life, the constant small gestures of love and partnership I used to do without thinking. I stopped checking in, stopped rearranging my schedule around hers, stopped making her the center of my world, and the absence of that was louder than any argument I could have made. She's working to earn it back. Time will tell if she succeeds. But I learned something important through this. Sometimes the most powerful response to being deprioritized is to stop prioritizing back, not out of spite, out of self-preservation. You can't make someone value you, but you can stop devaluing yourself by accepting less than you deserve. I accepted less for months. When I stopped, she finally noticed what she'd been taking for granted. Whether that awareness turns into lasting change, that's still being determined, but at least now, we're both clear on what the stakes are. She knows what she could lose. I know what I'm not willing to accept. And that clarity, painful as it is, might be the only chance we have at salvaging this.